Number 8 says, in lines 94 to 99, the author suggests that childhood fears are both blank and blank. So we need to figure out what he's saying in those lines. So reading them, it says, for children not far from the gates of birth are still strongly the victims of primeval and inherited fears, not corrected by the habitual current of life. It is not a reason for depriving children of the joys of the old tales and the exercise of the faculty of wonder, but the tendency should be very carefully guarded and watched, because these sudden shocks may make indelible marks and leave a little weak spot in the mind, which may prove difficult to heal. So the author is saying that we don't want to stop telling children stories about monsters and fairy tales and dragons, but we want to be really careful to pay attention to their fears and make sure that we address them in a real way and not just brush them aside, because they're legitimate, and if we ignore them, they can go into something a lot worse. So looking at these answer choices, A says habitual and wonderful. So he's definitely not going to say that these fears are wonderful. So anything with a positive adjective in there, we can automatically get rid of. B says innocent and premeditated. So innocent, once again, it's not an innocent fear, it's a real fear. So we can get rid of B. C is primeval, so they've definitely used that word before, but now it's ancestral. So he's not saying that the fears are ancestral, so that's out. And then D says learned and avoidable. So they're not avoidable. No matter what you do, children are going to be afraid of things at night. So they're definitely not going to be avoidable. And then E says intrinsic and acquired. So this is something that's definitely said here, because he's saying that they're strongly the victims of inherited fears. So that would be the intrinsic portion, that it says not corrected by the habitual current of life. So as the kids go on and on and on, and they're reading more books, they're now acquiring new fears. So they're both intrinsic and they're acquired. So E is going to be our answer.